If you like beets, you might like Beet Kvass. It's actually really good. If you don't like beets, you're probably gonna hate it. Hi, I'm Lanny, and this is Preserving Today. Today I want to show you how I make Beet Kvass. But hold on, back up. First, what is Beet Kvass and why would I want to make it? Traditional kvass is a Slavic fermented drink made from rye sourdough bread. Similar to beer, but not alcoholic. In times when clean drinking water was scarce, kvass was used because fermentation actually purifies the water, raising the acidity, making bacteria not able to grow. Beet kvass is made in a similar manner to bread kvass. In case you're wondering what I'm saying still, kvass is spelled Kvass. Beet Kvass is also Russian or Ukrainian in origin. It's been made for hundreds, if not thousands, millions of years since the dawn of time, and thought to be a very powerful elixir. Many people say it helps cleanse the liver. In Ukraine, it's often used as a base for borscht, which is a very popular soup. Now you know what it is, and a little bit about why people would want to drink it. It purifies the blood, it rids you of demons. But really, it's a fermented drink, so there's gut-healthy probiotics, trace minerals, beneficial bacteria, beneficial nutrients. Some people say it can help with bile production, assist in a healthy cardiovascular system, helps with nice poops, and it is extremely hydrating, and that I can attest to. Okay, so it's Gatorade minus poison and made from nature's magic. Got it. Okay, so maybe you want to make it for health benefits, but what about taste? Well, this one might get mixed reviews. Kvass is not sweet. It's a little bit salty and kind of sour and tastes heavily of, you guessed it, beets. Yes, beetroot. Beet Kvass can be used to drink straight, but I think it's a little strong to do that, so I like to mix mine with sparkling water. So refreshing and hydrating probiotic soda. Sugar-free. Probably, I don't know. No added sugar. We could say that. But Beet Kvass can also be used in many recipes. Try it in marinades, soup, or salad dressing. It makes a great vinaigrette with a beautiful color. It really is amazing. Cheery. It's so easy to get a kid to try it because of how it looks, but maybe a warning would be nice, or you'll lose some trust. Because if you're expecting raspberry soda, you're in for a surprise.
Is that beets?
Yes. Is that...
I'm good.
You don't like it?
I don't like beets.
So let's make Beet Kvass. For ingredients, I need beets, water, salt, and whey. No whey. It's easy to get whey from plain store-bought yogurt just by straining the yogurt and collecting the liquid that drips out. What you're left with is strained, thick, Greek-style yogurt or lebni. Check out my other videos on what I like to do with lebni. I linked to those in the description. But for this recipe, you just need the clear liquid that drips out, which is whey, W-H-E-Y. Materials I need is just a cutting board, knife, a vegetable peeler, and a jar or a crock. So obviously you're going to want to wash your beets. They're root vegetables. They grew underground and they're covered in dirt. Scrub and wash those well. If I grow these at home, I don't peel them. If I don't grow them at home and I bought them from the store, I peel them. And so I bought these beets this time at the store, so I'm peeling them. Now I'm going to cut these beets into a manageable size. I want them small enough that they'll fit into whatever vessel I choose. Then I'm going to choose my jar. I like to ferment in glass or ceramic. Food grade plastic could work in a pinch, but I avoid that and definitely avoid any reactive metal containers. My favorite is this half-gallon mason jar. I got these on Amazon and I'll link to them in the video description. You just want the jar big enough to fit the beets in with a little room on top so everything can be stirred. About 3 medium-sized beets is perfect for the half-gallon jar. Just stick them in there. I add 1 tablespoon of salt and 1/4 cup of whey. Use real salt, sea salt, Celtic salt, Himalayan pink salt. Just something without anti-caking agents. Even canning salt can work. Use real water, unchlorinated, no fluoride, filtered water if you need to. I'm using well water. Chlorine and fluoride can interfere with the fermentation process. Pour the water over the beets to cover. Place your lid on, or cloth and coffee filter with a rubber band. This goal here by covering is just to keep dust and bugs out, but to allow a little bit of airflow. And now to ferment. Ferment these at room temperature for 2 to 3 days. Check the kvass every 12 to 24 hours. I like to stir it and stir the surface up a little bit. This is just going to prevent mold from starting to form on the surface of the ferment. If you see a little white film on top, that's probably just comm yeast, and that's fine. It's a harmless yeast growth, and you can see my video on comm yeast, how to prevent it and how to take care of it. I've linked to it here. Some people use a fermentation weight to keep the beets submerged under the brine, but I don't find it necessary because this ferment is so quick and I'm checking it every day to stir it anyway that I'm not worried about mold growing. So how do you know when it's done? What I'm looking for are bubbles, a more sour smell, not quite vinegar but close to it, and the liquid is going to take on that dark, rich color of the beets. That's when I know it's done. And I also taste it. When it's fermented to my liking, I'm just gonna strain the beets out and move it to the fridge. You can throw out the beets or you could just chuck the beets in the compost. I store the Beet Kvass in the refrigerator with a tight fitting lid and I try to use it up within a week or two. You can add it to a vinaigrette, make a nice mocktail, or maybe just chug it straight. Or maybe chugging straight isn't for everyone. If you're new to fermented food, start slow because this could really get things going. If you know what I mean, and I think you do. If you like the idea of homemade probiotic soda but beets aren't for you, give one of my fruit kvass videos a try. Strawberry kvass, tapache, or watermelon kvass. Tasty and sweet and much more popular with the masses. If you're in it for the health benefits, to stay hydrated and avoid extra sugar, or you like sour, tangy, salty, Beet Kvass might be for you. Is that good? Num num num. Either way, whether beets are your favorite or not, there's probably some benefit to drinking this old-timey Slavic tonic. Slavic tonic. Slavic tonic. Give it a try for yourself and you be the judge. Do you love beets or do you think they taste like dirty old socks? Let me know in the comments. I'm Lanny and this was Preserving Today. Unchlorinated, unfluoridated. Oh, he's a monster! He's gonna go all over his clothes. It's gonna stain forever. It's actually really good.